Record to the cloud. All right. I'm still warming up for my walk outside, so my jacket will come off, I'm sure. All right, so standing to the side of your boat, just take a breath. And then play around with where your feet are width-wise and just kind of see what the difference is. If your feet go wider, take a few breaths there. What if your feet go into more narrow? How does it feel through the pelvis, through the low back, even through that rib cage? Gypsy, not joining us? And then feel the rib cage expand on inhale. Your diaphragm's pulling down as you exhale. The diaphragm domes up and it draws up that corset and it wraps around you. All right, so starting off by coming up into a single leg balance. So pick up the inside leg and hold. Whoa. Feel free to hold on as you need. Once you get there, again, lifting up out of the hip, your core is engaged. All right, from here, you're going to take that inside leg, you're going to put it on the BOSU, you do a little side lunge, and then push back up to balance. Side lunge, push back up to balance. So again, where's the core? What's it doing? Think about length through the low back. And you're only pushing so much that you have to maintain control. So watch what the ankle's doing, but the connection really is at the core. This is where your balance comes from. 2 more. All right, now put the foot on, hold it there. Now we're gonna switch it. So you're gonna lift up and then back down. Lift up. You're just shifting the weight. This knee can be bent. More of a challenge as you start to straighten it as you go on. But again, control is the key. Where is your control? So you're just pushing off a little bit with the outside leg, release it back down. Push off and release. Push off and release. Now push off, lift up a little bit. Get that side leg in there. Push off, lift up. Again, how much of a lift? Entirely up to you. Woo! Not quite so that much. See, we all do it. One more, and then release. Shake it out for a minute. And then let's walk around to the other side. Again, take a breath. Just take a moment. Notice the outside leg, get that stability, and then you're lifting up. That inside leg comes up. And then you're gonna go on and push yourself off. Lunge on, push off. Again, how much do you push off? Enough so you can balance. So hold that balance for a moment. It's easier to keep just moving, but if you add that longer pause in there, everything has to engage and stabilize harder, and then you start over from 0. So challenge that balance length out here. We got a couple more. All right, and then we're going to switch. So put the inside leg on. Now the outside leg pushes and you stand up. Again, it doesn't have to be a stand. You can keep that knee bent. But again, you're going up with control. Feel the core connect. So the core on the standing leg, on the leg on the BOSU is engaging this side. This side's still working, but this is where your emphasis is to get that stability. All right, if you're ready for it, you can add a little leg lift. Again, with control. Hold on to something in front of you if you need to. And again, as you get more balanced, more stronger, over time, you'll be able to let go of whatever that is. We got 2 more. Last one, and then release. Check it in, check it out. Turn and face the BOSU. All right, so again, take a few breaths, and then you're slowly going to slide your hands down your legs. Hands go on the BOSU. So inhale, I want you to shift your hips back, your hands stay on the BOSU. As you exhale, shift your weight forward, put weight into the arms, relax your neck. Inhale, you shift back. Exhale, you shift forward. So you're keeping that slightly rounded back. Notice how you feel an opening through the low back, through the hamstrings. It really depends on where you're tight as to where you're going to feel this. We got 2 more. All right, and then slowly bring yourself down onto the BOSU, ribs and hips both touching. Jacket can come off now. So still got that blue side up. Ew. So letting your low back round. Check in. How do you feel? Core is engaged. Long spine. All right, toes tuck under. Start off with the lower body. So as you inhale, lift the knees, press through the heels. The toes kind of have to tuck in. So if they don't feel like they're tucked, move the feet a little bit and then slowly lower your knees back down. And again, inhale, press through the heels, toes tuck, glutes are engaged. Check in with the core. You're starting to get that to connect as well. We got 1 more. All right, this time keep the knees up. Hands come underneath your shoulders. As you inhale, light touch on the hands, lift your spine to hover. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, pick the hands up, make sure you're in a good position that you can control, and then exhale with the hands up, you slowly release yourself down. So if you notice those feet shifting a little bit, adjust. So if you came forward some, you must push back some. Again, take an inhale. And then slowly lift up, those knees are up, the legs are engaged. As you exhale, you're picking the hands up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, slowly release down. Again, that low back is staying long. You're staying connected, the glutes are firing, the legs are active. So that low back stays protected. So inhale, up to hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's do 1 more just like this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands off. Back of the neck stays long. And then exhale, release down. Go ahead and relax the legs for a moment. And then come up on your elbows. Feet are going to go mat width apart. And then again, lift your knees. All right, right hand comes to salute. So notice your hips as you pick that right hand up. Did they start to skew already? And again, it's okay as long as that core is connected. All right, so as you exhale, you're going to push the left elbow out, turn your rib cage to the right. Think about long legs, press through the heels. That right hip can come up a little bit, and then slowly release back down to hover. Again, exhale, push out with the arm first, twist. Inhale and release. So only go as far as you're comfortable through that low back. Just getting that spine to move in all different directions. Then pushing that breastbone forward. We got 2 more. Again, a little bit of skew of the hips is fine, as long as you're staying in control. All right, release down. Check in for a moment. Get the right elbow to line up underneath that right shoulder. Pick those knees back up if they dropped. Left hand to salute. And again, exhale. Push the right elbow out. Rotate the rib cage to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, core. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Fire the core muscles first, then start your movement. So again, there's that patterning. We got 2 more. Again, check in. How does that low back feel? Keep pulling that breastbone forward. And then release, let down, let your legs relax for a moment. And then we are going to scooch the hips on top. All right, legs are coming back together. Toes are going to be gently pointed and head's going to be down on the forehead. All right, again, check in, core engage. As you exhale, take your right leg, lift it up, keeping the pelvis still. Inhale, release. Exhale, left leg. So this is your option, is to do this, alternating legs. Again, check in as we get into both legs lifting. If it's uncomfortable on your low back, you come back to this. All right, when you're ready, exhale, slowly lift both legs. They're staying connected. It might be at the ankles, it might be at the knees, it might be at the heels, depends on how you're built. But feel that connection, pushing the legs inward, getting those glutes to fire, and they lift the legs. So low back is long, so only go as high as you're comfortable. We got 2 more. Stay lifted. And then knees turn out. And I want you to slowly slide the heels in. So you're kind of doing like a little frog here. And then press those legs out straight. Again, control the core. Slide the knees wide. The heels come toward the hips and back out. So you're keeping that turn out. I know, a little bit different here. You know, I try to give you something new every time. So keep the legs lifted as you're doing that external rotation. That's part of your challenge here. Got 2 more. Again, make sure those heels stay connected throughout. Last one. And then release down. Go ahead and sit back into shell, into child's pose. Whatever that works for you, rounding your low back. Feel free to rock your hips side to side, rock your legs side to side, depending on where you are. And then let's go ahead and flip your BOSU over. Hands go on center, shoulder width apart. And again, make sure the hands are on top instead of gripping the edges. So we're going to start with the knees underneath those hips. So shoulder blades are down and long through the spine. You got a gentle push forward through that breastbone. And then as you exhale, you're slowly going to bend the elbows and inhale straight. So I want you to get that sense of the elbows bend, the elbows straight. So if you want a little bit more challenge than that for the arms, you're going to walk the knees back. You can do one leg up, one leg down, a little bit more challenge to the core. You can do both legs up. So what works for you here? Find your level. Again, you know what's going on with your body. This is about bending the elbows, straightening the elbows. Try to keep the shoulders over those hands. Long spine. And again, before you come up, re-engage that core. We got 2 more. And then release, shake it out, and go ahead and come on up. We're going to go to standing single leg balance work on the BOSU. So move that BOSU to something to hold on to if you need to. I'm going to start with my left foot on. Again, the front of your shin lines up with the center dot. And just start by keeping the other foot on the ground, your right foot. And I want you to shift your weight onto that left leg and then back. So the heel stays down even for right now. Just kind of get used to the sense of, do you feel like you have balance control on the BOSU as you put weight onto it? All right, if you're comfortable with that, start to lift and roll through the heel just up to the toe. And then slowly roll back down. Again, just a couple of times here. Get a little bit more weight onto it. Start to feel what it's like. So again, if you need to leave a toe down, you are welcome to. Again, always welcome to hold on to something. Give yourself that confidence. At some point, it will get better. Everybody improves at their own rate. And this time, go ahead and lift up. So right foot can hook onto the BOSU if you need to. If you need a foot on the ground, that's fine. If you want the foot up, that's fine. So again, think about the core. Lengthen the spine and look straight ahead. Find the spot on that floor, on the wall in front of you. And now breathe. So you're lifting everything up and out of that core, out of that pelvis. I'm just changing directions. You stay there. And again, a little bit of wobbling to begin with is fine for that ankle. The muscles are figuring out what it does. As your ankle gets stronger, it should have less wobble, or wobbles less initially until it kind of just kicks in. So we're just enjoying that wobble right now. Again, where do you want your right foot? Pinky down, toe down, touch down, finger, whatever you need so that you are successful. Take a break as you need. Again, 1, building endurance. 2, challenging the muscles. 3, also thinking about that core connection. And can you breathe while you're up here? All right, if you've got this, you can choose to stay here. We're going to add a little squat if you want more challenge. So when you're ready, you pick your level today, your options. So you're slowly going to bend the knee, sit the hips back a little bit, and drive yourself up. So again, I'm going to turn sideways. So bend the knee, sit back. So the torso leans forward a little bit, but most of the motion happens at the leg, the knee, and the hip. So again, the right leg, what does it want to do? Kind of go with your natural pattern. And again, if you're just hooking that toe to help with stability, that's fine too. Works for you. Sorry, Skeeter, I got it. Just in case you were wondering. One more. And then hold. Again, check in, see where you are. All right, now keeping that leg extended behind you, just a little tip forward. And then bring it back. Just a little tip forward. So you're staying in a straight line from the foot to the top of your head. You're hinging right on the femur, on the hip socket. That pelvis is moving over that femur. So feel the glute engage, feel that hamstring engage. You're getting a little stretch through that, a controlled lengthening and then shortening. Again, core is engaged, especially on that left side. We got 2 more of these. 1. And 2. And release. Step down, check in, see how you feel. Okay. And then we're going to go to, whoa, I'm fine on the BOSU on the ground. I can have balance issues. All right, right foot on top. Again, your shin lines up with the center dot. All right, keeping that back heel on the ground, the left heel. I just want you to shift your weight onto the BOSU and then press back. Shift your weight on. Again, gradually get everything used to what's happening. All right, this time, if you're ready, then you're starting to roll through on that left foot. And again, you can go just to the ball of the foot, you can lift all the way up to point. What works for you, finding that spot on the floor, on the wall in front of you, staying focused. All right, if you're ready, you're bringing it up. And again, hold on, hook the foot. Foot can go on the BOSU if it needs to. No, I think I'm good. Again, just pause, check in. I'm just turning directions here. So notice how this leg feels. Again, if it's wobbly, that's fine. We're letting it have a chance to figure it out. Again, if you're not used to doing this, the body's kind of laughing at you at the moment. Keep my toe down on this one. That knee just likes it better that way. All right, so core is engaged on that standing leg, especially on this side. You get that inner thigh connection going over to the opposite obliques. Focusing on feeling, inhale, rib cage expands, diaphragm pulls down, exhale, it domes up, draws up that inner unit. Neck and shoulders relaxed. Where's your head in relationship to everything else? If you are ready, we're adding in those small squats. So slowly bend the knee, bend the hip. Again, the torso leans forward just a smidge, and then slowly press through the heel, reach through the crown to drive yourself straight. Again, take breaks as you need. Do it on the ground if you need. We all have a side that's easier, a side that's more challenging. What works for you? This is still my knee issue. It likes attention. It's getting so much stronger, but doing balance work so far, it likes it better with the toe down. I honor that, and that's helping it get stronger. Again, how much do you want to bend and straighten? That's up to you. Let's do 2 more. Arms serve your balance here. All right, then check in. Get back to that steady position. I'm going to do this next one on the ground because my knee's like, yeah, we're not doing that on those. All right, so the leg goes behind you. The left leg back, core is engaged. You're doing your little tip, and then you're bringing yourself back up. So a little warrior 3 action, single leg deadlift. Depends on where you're coming from as to what you call it. So again, find the balance. What range of motion can you do here? And again, you're thinking about that femur is moving over that, sorry, the pelvis is moving over the femur head. The pelvis moves, the femur should stay still. The femur is that thigh bone. One more. And release. Check in. See how you feel. Excellent work. All right, let's flip that BOSU back over. We're going to have a seat on the BOSU on top. Legs are going to be comfortable position for you, whatever that means. Tall spine. And then genie the arms. Blink. All right, again, take a few breaths here. Notice what you feel. I'm going to turn sideways. So I want you to, on exhale, lift up out of the pelvis and rotate toward your right. Inhale, float back to center. Exhale, rotate to your left. Inhale, center. Continue alternating directions. Again, think about the low back is where rotation happens. The rib cage follows, the head follows. So you're spiraling up from the low back upward. Got 2 more. And then release. All right, scoot yourself down on the BOSU just a little bit, just off center. Hands can go on your thigh, on your knees, arms can go forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hold the pubic bone up. You're going to round your low back gently and slowly roll back. Equal curve in the whole spine. Collarbone open. Inhale, stay. And then exhale, you're slowly going to pull yourself forward. Inhale, stack your spine up. Again, exhale, start with the pelvis. Hold the pubic bone up. You're rolling the hip pointers away from the legs. Inhale at the back. Get broad across the collarbones. Notice the shoulder blades. Slowly pull yourself forward again. And then inhale, stack up. 2 more times like this, and then we'll start having a little bit of fun. Yeah, it's always nice to go back to those essentials to start with. Let your body remember, oh yeah, I got this. I feel that core connection. All right, now let your legs go out a little bit straighter, and they go mat width apart. Arms up. You're going to slowly roll yourself halfway back. Inhale, twist, open up. Exhale, center. Inhale, bring yourself up, straight spine. Exhale, roll back, round back. Inhale, twist. Exhale, Inhale. So you're going into that round back first, more of a J curve than a C curve, so the upper back stays relatively straight. We're not trying to round it like our half roll back we just did. And again, the knees can bend and straighten as you need. Keep the legs pressing down. All right, I got one more set here. So notice the round back. Notice the position of your spine. And then bring yourself up, round yourself forward a little bit, just take a quick break. Release that low back. And then bring yourself back up again. Genie the arms. All right, so from here, I want you to exhale, give me just a little imprint. So you're feeling that pelvic, the hip pointers roll toward the ribs just a little bit, the low back lengthens just a little bit. If I was there watching you, I'd barely see your back move. All right, so keep that little bit of an imprint. Now hinge back. So the spine stays in this imprinted straight spine. Hinge back as far as you're comfortable. Again, you're drawing up and in. And on the next exhale, you're bringing yourself forward. Again, shoulder blades are back. So if Genie brings your shoulder blades forward too much, take the elbows out. So this is straight spine. You can even go fingers to forehead. And again, think about pressing down with your heels. That helps you get out of those hip flexors so that the core is really doing the work here. The legs don't have to, because this is not leg work. This is core controlling that motion. All right, so now arms forward. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Feel the rib cage lift. Exhale, arms come back to parallel. Inhale, bring yourself back up. So 4 counts. Hinge, keep that long low back. Arms up. Arms down, and then forward. Exhale, hinge, up, down, forward. So again, watch the spine. Feel the low back. It's strong, it's long. If it bothers you at all, make your range of motion smaller. We got one more. And then release. Go ahead and come all the way forward, round the low back. Drop your chin, feel free to rock side to side. All right, then bring your left foot flat on the ground. Right hands go behind the right knee, and the right knee comes into your chest. So I want you to half roll back right here. So let the spine C curve, bring yourself back up. Inch forward just a smidge more. So I want you to find the spot that as you roll back into C curve, you feel like your sacrum is fully supported by the BOSU. So I am actually good there. So if you adjust yourself as you need, I may, as we go into this, move forward a little bit more, but for now I think I'm good. All right, so let's do one more. Make sure you're where you need to be. All right, so now you're gonna roll back. You're going to take your right leg, you're going to straighten it up and walk your hands all the way up to the thigh. And keeping that leg straight, you're going to lower yourself down, roll back over the BOSU. It's kind of like you're going into an inversion. Arms go overhead. So keep that right leg reaching toward the ceiling. Exhale. You're going to bring that knee in. You can bend the knee, head nod, and then use the abdominals to curl yourself up. Back to the start. I know, lots of moving parts here. All right, so inhale, you're straightening the leg and walking the hands up. Exhale, you're starting to roll yourself back and walk the hands down. So you're controlling that roll. Again, this is why we adjusted position on the BOSU, right? Adjust yourself if you need to get there. Arms, inhale, overhead. Exhale, bring the knee in, hands go behind the knee, head nod, and then use the abdominals to roll yourself up. Now I'm sliding forward. Readjust yourself on the BOSU if you need. All right, we got one more on this side. All right, so here we go. So it's inhale, walk those hands up. So you have a little reach to those hamstrings. Exhale, core engage as you slowly roll yourself back. You're into that inverted position. Inhale, the arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to the knee. If you want to do straight leg to pull yourself back up, you're welcome to, and then release. That was a little too far down now. Okay. This is a variation on tree from the reformer exercises that I thoroughly enjoyed. All right, switching sides. So now your left foot is down. And again, you notice that gave you stability, gave you something to press into. Sorry, right foot is down, left knee is into your chest. All right, behind that balance. Sorry, I'm off the wobbling. All right, so let's just do a few half rollbacks. So exhale, roll back, make sure you're good, in a good position. And again, as you roll back into that inverted position, your shoulder blades should be on the ground. All right, good. Okay, so let's go. So exhale, roll back. Inhale, you're starting to straighten the leg, walk the hands up. And then as you exhale, you're slowly rolling down, walk your hands down, shoulder blades onto the ground. Inhale, arms go overhead. Keep that left leg reaching. Exhale, bring that knee into your chest, hands go behind the knee, head nod, and then use the abdominals to pull yourself up. It's easy to let the leg rock you up. So again, mind what's pulling you up. Inhale, walk the leg up, and walk the leg down as you slowly roll down. Inhale, the arms go overhead, keep reaching through that left leg. Exhale, bring the knee in, hands behind the knee, head nod. Use the abdominals to curl up. We got one more here. All right, so inhale, walk. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale, arms overhead. So I want to keep the legs straight this time. You're welcome to. Hands go behind the knee. Head nod, curl and engage. Oh, maybe not on that side. And then release forward. Check in, see how you feel. I know, a little different, got a lot of mobility through the spine. All right, so let's go into lateral flexion. So hip, halfway down the BOSU, top leg goes behind, bottom leg in front, torso over. So if you're laying here, if you're tight through the hips, you might just feel the stretch right there. Okay, so let your head relax all the way down. Again, you can adjust the arms. So we're going to stay here for a moment and do a little side leg series as well. So head's a little bit more protected in this position, so just mind that. So adjust that bottom leg if you need to. Exhale, lift the top leg, stay in a straight line out from the rest of the body. Inhale, release down. Relax your neck. Exhale, core engages, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, core engages, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, core engages, lift. And two more. All right, take that back leg, put it down. Now working with that bottom leg. Exhale, lift bottom leg. Inhale, lower it down. So get core connect first, lift. Core connect, lift. Take your time. Again, minimize body motions. BOSU is dynamic, so it's okay if there is some. Got two more. One. Done. All right. Top arm goes down your side, bottom arm reaches long. All right, so I want you to reach that back heel, the top heel back, out, long. Press through that heel. That engages the glutes, helps with the stability. As you exhale, slide the hand down the leg, the bottom hand slides it on the ground, and then slowly release. So we're going to pick that top hand up here in a minute if you choose. But again, just work with it for a moment. Get your range of motion. See if you feel comfortable on the BOSU. You feel the glute engaged. All right, exhale if you're ready. Pick up the bottom arm and then slow and controlled release. So if you want to alternate one with the bottom arm lifting, one without, you're welcome to. Again, you pick your pattern. You know what's going on with you today. But exhale, rib pulls to hip. Get that core connection first. Again, always establish core and then motion. Got two more. So one more set if you're alternating. Arm lifting, arm down. and release. All right, slide yourself down a little bit more and sit up. We're going to go into mermaid for this side. So top foot is pointing back, that knee is bent. And again, if you want more opening through the hip, you get the knee and the hip and the shoulder in line. Otherwise, you can keep that knee wherever it's comfortable. All right, so inhale, top arm reaches up. Exhale, slowly with control, ease yourself onto the BOSU. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, think about using the obliques to roll your spine forward. Inhale, reach out to bring yourself back to center. Exhale, roll yourself back. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring yourself back up. Two more. Inhale, up. Again, this is about the control. So you're thinking about staying long and engaged and gentle, light on the BOSU until the very end when you actually get to relax on it. Use the breath. Again, if you like a different breath than what I'm doing, you're welcome to do it. So changing the breath changes the emphasis, so maybe you need that. So inhale up. Think about what the motions are that we're doing. Follow the breath. So for me, that's an inhale, exhale, I'm rolling forward. Inhale, I'm going back to center. Exhale, I'm rolling back. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, all the way up. All right, coming around to the other side. Got him too. Okay. All right, we're starting with the lateral flexion and a little bit of side leg series. So again, get yourself up on the BOSU, rib and hip both touching, torso all the way over. Let the legs, the head, relax down. Top leg is behind, bottom leg is in front. So make sure you're comfortable. Get that bottom arm to support the head, however you need, and really think about relaxing that neck. Core is strong, starting with that top leg lifting, bottom leg is engaged. Exhale, lift, keeping those hips level. Inhale, release. Again, head is relaxed, neck is relaxed. Exhale up, inhale down. Again, there's justification for breathing the other way if that's what you want to do. Take your time. How high can you lift and maintain your control? Let's do one, two more. And then that top leg goes down, it creates the brace, re-engage the core, and lift the bottom leg up. Again, hips are stacked, shoulders stacked, and neck is relaxed. Try to keep that motion nice and smooth. Equal tempo throughout. Controlling both directions. We got two more. Okay, and then that bottom arm, which is long, top arm down your side. Again, keep the bottom arm down for the first few. So core engages, press through that top heel, and as you exhale, slide the rib to the hip. And then inhale and release. Make sure you're in a good position on your BOSU. You feel like you're in control. There's not too much body shifting. And then if you're ready, on exhale, option to lift that bottom arm. And then you can alternate one up, one down. So take your time here. Again, set the core first and foremost. Use the breath to facilitate that. Let's do one more set. And then release. Go ahead and slide on down the BOSU into mermaid. Again, do you want more hip opening, or are you okay if we're just focusing on the spine? But where you put that top leg, entirely up to you, just make sure that toe is pointed. All right, when you're ready, inhale, sweep that top arm up as you exhale. Again, control the release over. Stay there, inhale, reach long. Exhale, slowly roll yourself forward. As you inhale, reach out and bring yourself back to the center. Exhale, take the arm behind you, open up the chest, only as far as you're comfortable. Inhale, back to center, and then exhale, slowly bring yourself up. Again, avoid putting weight into the BOSU for the spine motion of lifting and lowering, the lateral flexion. Use the core to control it. And again, what breath would you like to do? What would feel good? So take a deep breath. How does the body choose to move you? As long as you're breathing, there's really no right or wrong way. We have one more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Exhale forward. All right, and then turn so you're sitting facing away from the BOSU. Give yourself about a hand width between your hips and the edge. And then take a breath, just check in, see how you feel. All right, fingertips to forehead. So take an inhale, long spine. As you exhale, pulling the pubic bone up and feet down. Slowly release yourself back onto the BOSU. So you're going to go back as far as you're comfortable. You can switch your hands to behind the head if you'd like. As you inhale, think about the long spine. Exhale, ribs down first, and that pulls you all the way back up. So this is our full range. And then inhale, back to straight spine. Start with that exhale, pull the pubic bone up. You're rolling yourself back into that C curve, and then opening up into extension. Let the ribs lift with control. And then head nod, curl, and up. So on that head nod, remember, you're not picking the head up. You're just lengthening through the back of the neck. Again, use the inhale for that. It guides you. Again, exhale. We're going to do a slight change after this one. So how does this feel on your spine? If it's too much on the neck, scooch a little bit farther away. All right, so this time we're going to go all the way back again. So from here, from this extended position, I want you to, on exhale, just lift to neutral. So when you feel those ribs slide down, you feel like your spine is straight. That's where we're going to. And then inhale, release back again. Exhale, core engages. Use the abs to pull to neutral. So you're just working that back range that we don't normally get. Again, use the breath. Inhale, feel the rib cage expand and open. It goes into extension. Exhale, core engages. It supports the head as you pull into neutral. Let's do about 3 more like this. I'm going to be quiet so you can focus. And let yourself relax back. Walk those feet in a little bit. As you exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, lower the hips down. So the goal here is to keep the head down as you do that. So again, move the hands if you need to. Maybe the hands go back onto the forehead. And again, if that's uncomfortable on the neck, you're just going to slide yourself down a little bit more. Get to the point where you feel comfortable through the neck. So you're lifting the hips, staying in neutral. This is like shoulder bridge. So feet are a comfortable distance apart for now. All right, this time we're going to go up and we're going to hold. So if you choose to, you can bring the arms down, give yourself a little more stability. More challenges to keep them here, your choice. So think about the glutes, find the core, walk your feet together, and then slowly bring your right leg up. Hips stay level. Inhale, right leg extends long. Exhale, slowly lower down just to knee height. Inhale, back up as far as you're comfortable. Exhale, just to left knee height. One more time. Again, work on keeping those hips level. Bring yourself back up. Bend the knee, toe down, ball of the foot, heel. Release the hips. Take a breath. And then lift those hips back up. Core is engaged. Again, legs together to start. And then bring yourself up. Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay. So slowly extend the leg. Woo. One side is always easier than the other. All right, so slowly lower down. Again, external support is perfectly valid if you need. 2, 3, and then slowly toe ball heel down. Release your hips. Bring yourself up and over. Check in. See how you feel. How's the neck doing? All right, then we're gonna flip over. Ribs and hips both on. Again, take a few breaths. See how you feel. Rock the hips side to side if you need, if you'd like. And then reaching those arms out to wide position. Feet go mat width apart. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, and then lift the torso to hover. Again, think about where those shoulder blades are. Shoulders are relaxed. All right, opposite arm, opposite legs. Exhale, lift right arm, left leg. Inhale, release. Alternate sides. Again, focusing on keeping yourself relatively stable. A little bit of motion on the BOSU is fine. How's the neck doing? Keep that relaxed. Got a couple more sets. Last set. And then slowly release down. All right, lower body stays down this time. Lift the spine to hover and then arms to W's. When you're ready, arms reach forward, arms pull back. So notice in your peripheral vision what the forearms are doing. They should be staying parallel to the ground. How about the neck? Tuck the chin a little bit, push the back of the head toward the ceiling, right at the base of your skull. Again, no discomfort in the neck. If you have any, you're dropping that head down even more. Keep that core engaged, long spine, 2 more. And then release down. We got L's, we got T's coming up. I'm gonna take the easiest one for last today. All right, so bring yourself up to that W position again, but bring the elbows forward a little bit so they're more level with the shoulders. They can drop down toward the ground a little bit from the shoulders. All right, movement is rotating the femur in that shoulder socket. So you finger tap, and then you bring the forearms back to parallel. Finger tap, parallel. So check in, core, glutes, low back, neck. How do the shoulders feel? Feel the stability being created between the shoulder blades. 2 more. And release. Rock side to side. All right, last one coming up. Go ahead and keep the torso down to start. Arms out to T. And then slowly lift up. So again, you know this one. So exhale, shoulder blades, pull in, arms lift. Inhale, pinky tap. Shoulder blades, arms, pinky tap. Notice the neck. Again, drop it down if you're feeling tension in the neck. Keep the back of the neck lengthened regardless of anything else. Notice where the work's being done and where it should be being done. 3 more. And then release. Shake it out. Check in. And then go ahead and press back to child's pose. Whatever that is that works for you. All right, let's go BOSU off to the side. I'm gonna do a little spine twist. Just to kind of warm everything down. If you happen to have George, you're welcome to put him in between the knees. I do not have him, so I will not use him. All right, bottom arm cradles the head. Top arm reaches forward. Actually, let's do top arm to salute. So again, focus on the spine. So as you exhale, start rolling the shoulder blades back. The rest of the body follows. So you can bring that top knee into your chest a little bit. You can straighten that leg out, give yourself a little variety, and then slowly bring yourself back. Again, I want you to focus more on what you're feeling through the spine. That's why we're in salute. That leg extending out, and a little bit of hamstring. Let's do one more. And then release. Let's switch to the other side. Okay, knees and hips stacked. Arm to salute. Again, focus on the spine. Start with that nice straight spine. Exhale, roll back. Let that little top leg do it at once. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Again, if you want to extend that top leg out, as you're rolling back, you're welcome to. You can just pull the knee into the chest a little bit more if you'd like as well. Again, it all makes it feel a little bit different. So be curious, as always. We've got one more. And then release. We're going to finish up with feet on the BOSU. Hips are going to be close to your edge. Notice how you feel. So let your hip flexors relax. Let just the position hold you in place like gravity. Just kind of sink those knees into the hip sockets. And then when you're ready, on exhale, you're starting that gentle hip roll. So gentle lengthen, push down with the feet. Slowly the hips lift, keeping that low back long. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, slowly release yourself back down. Exhale, core engages, and you slowly roll. Just a couple more. See how your spine's feeling today. Notice how the motion is. Notice how the spine articulates. Notice the weight, the balance on the feet. Excuse me. Let's do one more. All right, knees in the chest, rock around. Give yourself a big hand. Yay. Thank you for being here.